domestic violence crisis, and I've been in it years, and I don't know how to get out of it.
Okay, may I start speaking?
Yes, my name is Kiana.
Okay, Miss Kiana, can I have your number and have a supervisor call you?
Is there a particular reason why I have to have a supervisor call? You there? She hung up. Years of this. Now she's not answering. Going out of my mind because, like I said, they wanted to make it deliberately emotionally abusive. It's really highly controlled and sadistic when I try to get domestic violence help, as you have seen in a multitude of these videos.
Commissioner Price's office, how may I help you?
Yes, I like to give out my YouTube channel. I'm in a domestic violence crisis, and that involves the government. I've tried to come in person and speak with John Wiley Price in person. I've given him a lot of information and left my information with them, and the constable removed me and threatened my arrest for trying to have it get his address. It's an extreme amount of abuse, and I'd like to you leave my YouTube channel and have him to call me back. I've left multiple calls. I can't get my calls returned.
Okay, please hold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, can I give you my YouTube channel to give to the commissioner?
Okay. Yes, ma'am. What is it?
It's Keyana Clark Peace. I tried. I'm sorry?
Peace.
Yeah, it's a lot. I guess I talk fast because there's a lot of parties that are not able to distinguish the information I'm giving them, even in person. Okay, and
a certain time he can just call up anytime and look at it?
Yeah, YouTube. You familiar with YouTube? You asked me if he can call up anytime to look at YouTube?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I didn't know if he's supposed to do it now because he's on a call.
Oh, well, am I able to wait till he gets off the call to speak with them? Because when I went in person...
because it just started.
Okay, because when I went in person, the constables threatened me for trying to get his address and contact him and told me to threaten my arrest because they didn't want me speaking with them. I'm targeted to an extreme of degree. As I informed people in February when I came in and security removed me then. And I haven't been able to get an update because the government keeps interrupting and giving me criminal trespasses all over the place. I also went to the DA Civil Division and haven't had an update with that. COVID happened and put everything on hold. I'm concerned about my life as I have been years to get violated, arrested, assaulted, and ignored. I get terrorized by the government daily. And there's nothing I can do about it as it hasn't been for years. May I have your name?
My name is Luana. I just didn't know what the call was. My assistant next to me asked me to pick up this call. I didn't know what the call was really concerning.
It's about my life being in jeopardy as it has been for years when I gave that office of literature a long time ago, right before COVID. And I haven't had my calls updated, period, for the crisis that I was in that was life-threatening.
Okay, so let me ask you a question, ma'am.
Okay.
What is it that you want Commissioner Price to actually do about the situation that you're in?
Okay, a multitude of parties say that, ma'am. What is his responsibility? He has responsibilities as well as...
Commissioner over District 3, Roads and Bridges in Dallas County.
Okay, I thought it says on my phone that it was like he aided with civil rights issues as well.
Well, he does to a certain extent, but I mean...
That's right. Roads and Bridges is not civil rights. Civil rights issues would be being terrorized by the police. Roads and Bridges is completely different.
It doesn't have anything to do with the police at all. Only Dallas County.
But civil rights issues he does have something to do with, and if my civil rights are getting violated, I don't know why you would just talk about roads and bridges, ma'am. He has a responsibility as well as yourself. There's child abuse involved. I don't know why every party I call minimizes my situation and covers for crimes as they have been doing years. You have to see it to believe it, ma'am. I think it's out of control when a constable comes in and interrupt me speaking to him after I've already given him information as well as a multitude of other parties Have you
So we
ever
want
heard
you
of constables that are so
we
corrupt?
can determine what you want Commissioner Price to help you with as far as civil rights. Is that what you're asking me to tell?
Right, and there's child abuse involved, ma'am, and people have a responsibility to do something, and not just sit there and witness my family as well as myself get violated, as we've been doing, getting violated for years. I'm blacklisted from all help at churches, love, compassion, housing, job, working my own
How long has
job.
this been going on?
It's been going on ever since. To my knowledge, I've experienced a lot of crazy things in my life. I have no idea what is going on with my life, but it just got out of control when I had met this stalker in 2018. That's when it really got out of control. But I've had a lot of unusual events in my life, getting locked in apartments that wouldn't let me out for a whole weekend, locked in at hotel stays. So and then people lying about child support payments to deprive me of money. So, but when it just got to an extreme and I knew what was going on, I would say that would be 2018. But what I'm concerned about is we're reporting that to the office as well as the government building officials, and then security come in the scheme and removing me from trying to report the chaos I've been forced to live in. I've tried to get multiple protection orders. The police come intervene. They come intervene in housing, even food purchase, ma'am, and transit. I have been terrorized by the government for years, getting tortured and deprived of law enforcement. And medical treatment, which is all criminal. I've already given my number before, and I've never heard of the government depriving someone of medical treatment. But my number, once again, is. Should I come in person because my calls haven't been returned? Should I just come in person?
No,
Why not, ma'am? Why not, ma'am?
Because it's really not a whole lot Commissioner Price can do about somebody stalking you.
Well, ma'am, I don't understand why. So it is if there's civil rights violations and if there's child abuse and government politicians that are committing crimes. I mean, there's a lot of parties that don't want me to handle business in person. They force me to handle it on my phone. I'm curious. That's curious, ma'am. So they want, like when the constable had me removed, I don't understand why my experience doesn't shock you as it hasn't shocked anyone in years before COVID.
Well, it's really difficult to say, but I mean...
It's been difficult to say everywhere, ma'am. It's difficult for everyone to say. That's why I've been trapped in it. It's not like a lot of parties are concerned about the government derailing itself. But I mean, they weren't concerned before COVID.
Since 2018.
I'm sorry?
You said you've been dealing with this since 2018.
Yeah, my life has been in jeopardy ever since 2018, so you get immune to it. People disregarding it and playing games and sabotaging your life for years. I mean, if it's been going on since 2018, you get immune to people violating you and disregarding you when you fear your safety and condoning abuse.
Well, let me give the information to Commissioner. He may have some reference he can refer you to.
Okay, so let me make sure that he's a civil rights activist, and he may have some avenues.
But that's exactly what I just said, ma'am.
And may I have what's your position?
My name is Lawana.
Your position?
You want me to spell it for you? L''WANNA.
See, ma'am, I'm kind of concerned on why I call people and no one is compassionate and in fact rude when I report the government's crimes.
There's not a lot we can do about a situation that you've been
They haven't been able to do it for years, ma'am, and I think people are lying and being dishonest and covering for crimes, ma'am.
Rosenbridge in District 3.
But you're adamant about me not coming in person to...
This is a police issue, and you need to take this situation up with the police.
I've already informed you, ma'am, as I did when I gave him the information.
There's nothing he can do about this, but I'll give this information to him, okay?
Ma'am.
And he'll give you a call back if there's something he can help you with. All right?
Ma'am.
Thank you for calling.
Ma'am. My phone.